While the lockdown restrictions may be keeping us from venturing too far from home, here in Israel, the blossoms on any neighborhood almond tree are a telltale sign of the times, the Hebrew month of Shvat, and the holiday Tu Bishvat, the new year for trees. Keeping connected to nature and to people is the theme of the Shvat edition of At Home with TALI, a new project of the TALI Education Fund, offering meaningful content and activities for families to do together at home for every month of the Jewish calendar. We heard more about the initiative from Dr. Peri Sinclair, Director of the TALI Education Fund.
So TALI has been creating innovative educational resources for Jewish educational settings, primarily schools, in Israel and abroad for over 40 years. And with a mission to nurture a positive connection to Jewish heritage and values and traditions, and promote meaningful engagement with a pluralistic Judaism where all Jews can find a welcoming home for their unique voice and place. At Home with TALI is the newest initiative launching this week to provide families with resources, reaching beyond the perimeter of the school and inviting families, parents, and grandparents to engage with ideas for enriching their home-based Jewish experience.
So tell us exactly what is At Home with TALI.
At Home with TALI is a platform that's going to come out once a month at the beginning of each Jewish month, according to the Jewish calendar. Each month will address a different topic that relates to the month, and it ties in with Jewish-Israeli culture. The idea isn't to discuss the obvious things that occur that month. So this month, the month of Shvat, celebrates both Tu Bishvat, the new year, celebrating trees in our tradition and agriculture, and also Yom HaMishpacha, Family Day. At Home with TALI is going to talk about connections and relationships.
Connections and relationships between people and nature.
All of the above. So we talk about biodiversity and biomimicking. We talk about connections within the family. It discusses traditions like the blessing of the children, and offers different ideas and different ways parents and grandparents can choose to implement that in their homes and bring that into their personal family traditions.
Now, it certainly seems to be a very interesting project at any time. Even in these pandemic times, it has an even more receptive audience when families are at home and seeking meaningful encounters, and perhaps stuck at home more is the word.
So totally. I think we've all learned from our experience over the past few months of the COVID-19 pandemic what a big role we play in our children's education and how meaningful our interactions with our children can be. And I think one of the things At Home with TALI wants to do is empower parents to take an active role and really model what they want their children to experience and create these meaningful engagements that will help model their children, mold their children, enrich their education. I think parents want to be more than just those who implement whatever assignments teachers are sending home. And the TALI at Home complements whatever Jewish education kids are getting wherever they go to school, whether in Israel or abroad, and it adds a different viewpoint and new meaning maybe to what we do as families around the table or in our spare time.
You're launching this program as well in an upcoming special webinar with the Schechter Institute on Tu Bishvat or about Tu Bishvat.
Right, so the Schechter Institute is having a webinar titled Zooming into Tu Bishvat this coming Sunday, and I will be leading one of the 4 sessions in which we'll explore this addition to At Home with TALI and do a short text study and really give people the taste and the feel of this platform, which is, it's pleasing to the eye, it's very easy to use, and it really invites people to choose from a plethora of ideas and activities to select what suits them and their family and do whatever feels comfortable for them.
Where can someone find the site?
The link to the Zoom is on the schechter.edu website. Participation is free. There's no need to register. you're invited, Nomi. All our listeners are invited. It'd be great to see everyone and really to share this really cool, fun program with you all. It's currently in English and in Hebrew. We might translate it into Spanish where, we'd like to see how it's accepted and what people think about it.
And the At Home with Tali can also be found where?
The At Home with Tali can also be found on the schechter.edu website and on the tali.org.il website.
Dr. Peri Sinclair, Director of the TALI Education Fund.